it seems disingenuous. I don't know what's up. I don't know what's going on with these religious people, but I don't trust them. Something is not right with how they're operating. This is not right. Anybody should be able to see this. Deep dive into the religious institutions yet. Candace Owens, Mr. Nick Fuentes. No deep dives into this yet.
That's who I'm against. I'm not against Jews. I'm against Zionism, right? But when you look at these boomers, they really support Israel, and they always say they're our biggest ally, you know. And it's like, and they get that because I've never heard Fox News say one bad or criticize Israel at all. Whenever they talk about Palestine and Palestinians, it's
And
always
Muslims.
terrorists.
Yeah.
They're all terrorists. And I'm noticing a lot of conservatives here lately going in on Muslims. And I know they're getting paid.
Yep.
And they got to be getting paid.
Yeah.
And then I see conservatives meeting up with Netanyahu. And then I see all these new posts about Muslims. I'm like, the way Muslims can fix this is just change the name. Just like a Jew.
Yeah.
You'll never know.
No joke. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like that.
Yeah, me neither. Well, and here's the thing about Muslims, you know, their beliefs are actually closer to Christians than
They're
Jews are.
They're very conservative.
They love Jesus. Jews don't love Jesus.
Yeah.
Jews put him up there on the cross to begin with. They got no love for him. And, you know,
It's almost like we've been brainwashed by Fox News in Israel. It's pretty much Fox News.
yeah, well, because they control your information diet. If you're a conservative, you're watching Fox News, Prager, Daily Wire, Blaze. Those are all controlled by Zionists. You know, Rupert Murdoch is a close personal friend of Netanyahu, donated in Netanyahu's campaign for prime minister. Netanyahu when he visits the United Kingdom, he uses Rupert Murdoch's apartment. He stays there. Like, that's who runs Fox. And then, so you wonder, you know, why don't they say anything negative? Well, that's who runs it. And, you know, a lot of them are being paid, but it's also this, like,
All these guys are the same, man. It doesn't matter what names they use: conservative, liberal, Democrat, Republican, Christian, Muslim, Jew. All these people are the same. They got the same spirits. If you ever calm yourself down and just watch these people and ask yourself, what do they want me to think about them? You will see they all the same. I don't know this guy, Nick Fuentes, if I said that right. Nick Fuentes, I don't know him. I seen a video where I think Andrew Tate or somebody said his name or something, but I don't know him. But and they said his name in a good way. But when you can think on your own, you can, you know, see what you see in these people. And this guy, he's like, he reminds me of a person on the left. These people are no different. These people are all the same types of people. They pick a religion and they pick a wing of government, left or right wing, and then they just go against each other. And everybody's right, and they all doing the same thing, but they talk about how the other one is doing that thing. It's all the same, I'm telling you.
invisible hand of censorship, which is when I got started in the conservative space, when I was 18 years old, when I was in college, they put me on the pipeline to become an influencer, a personality, whatever. And so they have all these campus organizations, Turning Point, Young Americans for Liberty, Young Americans for Freedom. That is how they groom young conservatives to be talking heads, personalities, activists. It starts very young. And so when I met a representative from one of those groups, I said, "Oh, you're a good talker. You're a great talent. We want to work with you. We want you to write for us." The first thing they asked me, "Do you want to take a trip to Israel?" No joke. And they sponsor them. These are paid, sponsored trips. They call it Birthright or They go by different names, but they sponsor these trips, and every influencer goes to Israel. They get the propaganda tour. They kiss the wall. They tell them, oh, the Palestinians are evil. They've been trying to kill us for 1,000 years, blah, blah, blah. And then you come back, and they groom you for many. Oh, go to this Passover dinner. Go to this Shabbat dinner at CPAC. They acclimate you to this very, very pro-Israel culture in the right. And if you ever ask a question about Israel, go against Israel, you're out. You're done. Right. You're out of Turning Point. You're out of Young. At Turning Point, I'll give you this is a little insider baseball. Mm-hmm. Turning Point USA, they have a list of guest speakers or like approved speakers that, right. No joke, like literally approved. If you have a chapter, this is who can speak.
Seal of Israel.
Yeah. Well, there's 2 speakers on that list of speakers that currently are suspended. So they're on the Turning Point website. They're considered Turning Point speakers, but all the chapters are told you cannot invite those people to speak. Candace Owens, Elijah Schaefer. What do those have in common?
Right. They
criticize Israel. Yeah. So it's like, as a consequence, you get a conservative movement where no one has ever criticized Israel, because if they did, they were toast. A long time ago, they got trashed. So that is how they basically refine the conservative movement to have one position on this, and that's all. If you're just
y'all, let me know in the comments what this thing is with conservatives in Israel. It seems to be a lot of conservatives that seem to be like against Israel. Seem to be. I'm not sure. I don't pay a lot of attention to these guys. But, you see stuff in passing. But y'all tell me what this about. Because I thought that they were supposed to be pro-Israel. I don't know.
Just some normie. You're just some boomer or whatever watching TV. You got your kid puts you onto the iPad. You're watching The Blaze. That's all you're ever going to hear. Because if you want to find me, I was banned for 4 years. I just got back on Rumble. And they don't let me on the front page. That's how it goes.
Right. Yeah, we got invited to go to Israel. I said, hell no.
Yeah.
You sound like a black woman. Hell no. I was like, I'm not going there. Yeah, we got.
Those 2 twin guys, they seem like ass kissers. I don't know them. They seem like ass kissers. Something about them seems like they kiss a lot of ass. It seems like it. Y'all let me know in the comments.
But I said, no thanks. I'm going to work. Yeah, why would I go there? I would feel so guilty if I went there. I think they make you put on the hat too, huh?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Is it true you can't wear a cross?
That is true.
Wow.
Yeah.
So if I went out there and did this, the hell? You ain't wearing it. If I do that, will I get beaten up?
Yeah, they will spit on you.
Yeah.
They will confront you.
No, you're kidding.
You can look up. There's videos of this.
Yeah, I've seen it too. Yeah.
Christians walk down the street. A lot of missionaries, they get spit on. They get attacked. Mobs will form up around them and say, you're a piece of shit. You're a Christian. We're better than you.
That's because they hate Jesus. Right?
They hate Jesus. Yeah. In Israel, when they teach math in school, they don't use a plus sign.
Those are the most unmasculine looking fucking boys I ever seen in my life. What's up with them hats? Like they was prevented from hitting puberty or something. That is crazy. You said in math they don't use that plus symbol?
Yeah, so in math they won't use the plus symbol.
It looks like a cross.
Because it looks too much like a cross.
No, come on.
100%, yeah. That's why they call them, the racial slur for Jews is, I don't know if you want to say it because it's a show, but that comes from the Hebrew word for circle. Because when the Jews came in on Ellis Island, they put a check or a cross next to your name, an X, and the Jews said, no, don't put that on there, put a circle instead. Because they don't want the cross next to their name. They don't want anything resembling a cross next to their name. That's how deep the hatred goes.
Wow. Okay.
Wait. So if that's true, right? Why is he saying hatred? What if, and this is where these guys always get me. All these guys that seem so intellectual to think about, people that are intellectual, they think they're wise, and it's different. But I would love to, for one of these guys to answer this question, Mr. Nick Fuentes. Why don't you? Why is it that it seems like when religion comes up, you guys are so smart, and then religion comes up and you guys get fanatical, and it's almost like you just can't see what you're saying. Once religion comes up, you have a different look on your face. Your eyes are doing something different, and all this intelligence just seems to kind of go out the door. It seems like I don't know about hate based on what you're saying. What if somebody believes something isn't true, and they say, well, no, I don't do that. Just like somebody could be a Christian and somebody could say, hey, when you say, the Prophet Muhammad say, Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, learn how to say that so that you could bless the Prophet when you speak his name. You say, oh, I don't want to do that because I don't believe in that. I don't know if that means you hate the Prophet Muhammad, Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. I don't know if that's what that means. And it just seems like you guys get really fanatical when religion comes up. Candace Owens, too, I got that question for her and a bunch of other people. Nobody's ever able to answer that, but I would love an answer to some of these questions I got to the Christian people. And again, it's no disrespect. I don't believe in disrespecting people's religion. It's no disrespect. It's just I'm wondering, you know what I mean, why that is that you guys seem fanatical and you guys turn into Democrats when it's time to explain certain things about your religion. You guys start saying shit, collecting shit out of nowhere. I don't know. I would like to know.
Ooh, an alternative plus sign. Wow, I did not know that it's an inverted T.
It's like cock and balls.
So that is so weird.
Isn't that crazy as hell?
It's the first time I've ever heard of this. And you would think evangelical Christian conservative voters, I didn't know this, and a lot of them don't know this, and all that stuff you just said. But they're our biggest ally.
Yeah.
It's like a con.
It's like a big joke.
Yeah.
Yeah, they suppress the information. And the funny thing is, they all know it. Ben Shapiro knows this stuff.
Oh, yeah.
He won't tell his audience because, if he tells his audience,
Yeah.
who do you think watches his show? It's all these Christian Americans that are America first, love Jesus. He's Israel first, hates Jesus.
Right.
But Israel needs our country. They need our military. They need our money. And in order to secure that, they need all the Americans to think they're our closest ally. We have to protect them, religious reasons, strategic reasons. But yeah, it's an unbelievable scandal. And I found this out, and that's what got me canceled.
You know what's crazy? We started reading the Bible. First, I was gonna read it from front to end, and
Did this guy say he started reading the Bible? The man's a Christian with shirts saying Christ is King. You just started reading the Bible. You see? Do y'all see where I'm going with this? Like, what's going on with this? Why is it like this when it comes to this religion? Why can't they see why can't they see this? Really strange to me. Really strange. I would love some clarity on some of this stuff.
Israel is a family, right? And the descendants of that family. It's not like a country. It's just wherever that family lived, and they were Jewish. So Jewish people, that's like a race, right? Not a religion.
Yes. Well, it's both.
It's both.
It's an ethnic religion. And, what a lot of Christians, it is
So I can't be Jewish.
No.
Okay.
No. I mean, there are different schools of thought. Some Jews accept converts, but the most hardcore Jewish law says it's matrilineal, meaning it's passed down by the mother. Your mom has to be Jewish. If your mom's not Jewish, they don't recognize you as Jewish.
Wow.
And the so-called converts, I got a friend who's Jewish, and his father married a non-Jew, a Gentile, and the Jewish family excommunicated him. They don't talk to him anymore.
Because all his kids are not Jewish. He has to marry a
They don't
Jewish
see him.
woman.
They see him as like a race traitor.
Well, a lot of people do that. Christians, Muslims, Jews, a lot of people do that. You can find that in any culture, in any religion. This is so funny, man. It's so funny how these guys do this, man. It's so funny. It's weird. No deep dive into the religious institutions yet. Candace Owens, Mr. Nick Fuentes, no deep dives into this yet. It's people like me that would love to know, man. We just want to know. How you guys come up with this stuff, like how you guys, convert to these religions or maybe grew up in them, or most of y'all convert, and then you're just so sure about it, and that's fine, but then you also preach it out. You also promote it, and so it's just interesting. Really interesting to me.
Basically. So, but the difference is, Christians, a lot of Christians have this idea that, we all read the Bible. The Jews are the Old Testament, we're the New Testament. But the New Testament, the relationship between the New Testament and the Old Testament, it's not a sequel. The New Testament and the theology in it replaces the theology of the Old Testament. So in the Old Testament, you have a religion that's based on the people of Israel. They make sacrifices at the temple. They have rabbis. They have the law. But when Jesus arrives, he changes everything because he becomes the law. We say that he is the law. The law is embodied in him.
Right.
So the Jews are saying, well, the law of Moses says you have to stone this woman. And he says, well, I'm the law. He says, let he who is without sin cast the first stone. He completes and fulfills and perfects the law. He personifies the law. So in the same way,
I can't take these people, man. These Christians, man. Man, don't you know you're saying the same thing? So these guys are you saying that the Jews say that Moses said, this is the law, but Jesus personified the law. Like, doesn't that sound like exactly the type of thing? Like right now, you guys are Christian. If somebody came along right now and said they're perfecting your beliefs, your thing, your pillars, your articles of faith, for your Christian religion. If somebody came along and said, "Well, I'm the perfected version," and wouldn't you be like how the Jews are now? What you claiming that the Jews are like to the Christians now? Wouldn't you be the same way? It seems like you would be it seems disingenuous. I don't know what's up. I don't know what's going on with these religious people, but I don't trust them. Something is not right with how they're operating. This is not right. Anybody should be able to see this. It's the same thing. Something is not right with these people. I'm telling you.
God gave Moses the 10 Commandments in the Ark of the Covenant. God gave us the law through Mary. We see Mary as the new Ark of the Covenant. We see Jesus as the new 10 Commandments. She carried him in her womb.
I can't make this up. These people are very fanatical when religion comes up. Mary is the new Ark of the Covenant. Jesus is the new law. Boom, 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 boom. That's something that I would call innovation. And why do you have to take the Jewish people's religion and change it? Why is there not just a religion on its own? And why would you think that yours is right and theirs is not, if theirs came first? And listen, I'm not standing up for the Jews, and I'm not attacking the Muslims. I mean, not attacking the Christians or the Muslims. But explain this: you get these people are all the same. They all get fanatical around this religious stuff. The sense goes out the window. They can add up all the numbers and be extremely You bring up politics, you bring up, a number of things, statistics, data. These people are efficient. And when you bring up religion, all of that goes out the window. It doesn't make any sense. I don't know if something is not right with these people. Why are they not investigating the religious institutions the same way they investigate everything else? Nick Fuentes, Candace Owens, other people, I can't think of everybody. Something ain't right, y'all. Something ain't right. I'm going to keep saying it too.
Just like the ark carried the Old Testament. He is the law. He fulfills the law, just like the Old Testament was the law. And then when Jesus dies on the cross, the veil is torn inside the temple. And within a generation, the temple itself is destroyed. There's always talk about the temple. The temple itself is destroyed because Jesus becomes the new temple. There's no need for a temple. There's no need for animal sacrifices. He becomes the sacrifice. So in the Old Testament, they're sacrificing animals. They talk about the red heifer. They're trying to do that. God gives us a more perfect sacrifice. He offers up himself. And so this is where a lot of the Protestants say, well, we need to support Israel because the Bible says those who bless Israel will be blessed. But Israel in the Old...
their family.
They're talking about, that's in the book of Genesis. And the book of Genesis is talking about what is Israel in the Old Testament and the first covenant that God makes with the Jewish people. When Jesus comes, just like everything else, Israel's transformed. Yes. The laws changed, the priesthood has changed, the temple has changed.
I can't take this stuff, man. All these people are exactly the same. They're all the same people. They have a premise, and then they go from there and they fight for the premise. If new information was provided to them, or if somebody made sense out of something, 1,000,000%, can you see one of these people changing their views on something like their religion, even if they know they wouldn't? All of these people are the same. Do not follow these people. Don't follow me for sure, but damn sure don't follow them either. They're all the same. Do not trust these people. And I'm not saying all of them are bad people. I'm saying that some of them are bad people and some of them are fanatics. It's too clear. It's too clear. I know y'all see this. It's too clear. I'm done, man. That's all for today, man. With love and respect. I'm out. Peace.